Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be baking some pumpkin cake. It will be my first time baking some pumpkin cake. So I took out all my spices. The milk I'm not gonna use. I'm not sure why I took it out. And here's the pumpkin. It was such a huge pumpkin that my father brought for us when he came to visit, but look at it, it's almost getting there. We are slowly eating it, and then in the background my babies, of course. So I took out all the ingredients and my measuring cups for the just to follow the recipe. So what I did, I cut up the pumpkin and then I'm boiling it so that I can get it soft, because I would rather mash it. And while because I did see someone using a grater and it was a raw pumpkin, but no, I'm rather gonna use one that's already boiled. So there I'm sifting the flour. I'm gonna be using 2 cups of flour. I always, for my measurements, I always use 2 cups of flour. So yeah, that's my cake. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna sift it as I'm sifting it here, and then I'm gonna mix all the dry ingredients, which is the spices, baking powder, and then the sugar as well. And then after mixing up all the spices, so what I did today, I did not use xylitol. So sometimes I replace the sugar with xylitol, but I realized just before I started the baking, I realized that I do not have enough xylitol, so I'm gonna be using brown sugar. So it's almost 2 years now that I have reduced sugar. I would say 80% of the time I'm not having sugar at all. So but this time around I am gonna have the cake, which is gonna consist of sugar. So here I'm mixing all the dry ingredients, and after I mix the ingredients, I'm then gonna add it all to the wet ingredients, which is your oil, your eggs, and then what else am I mixing? Yeah, it's basically just oil and eggs, because I'm not gonna be mixing any I'm not gonna be using milk. And then of course the mashed pumpkin, I'm gonna mix it with the wet ingredients, and then once I've mixed it, and then I'll add it onto the dry ingredients. So here is my batter, and look at the color came out so lovely. I'm loving the color. It does have the pumpkin, and then it is a little bit lumpy because I can see the lumps, but yeah, so I'm just trying to mash it as much as I can, because I used my own hands to, I just use a fork to mash the pumpkin. And there is my end product. So I baked it for 20 minutes, 180 degrees. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just let it cool down, and then afterwards I'm gonna mix the cream cheese, because with pumpkin cake it's so nice with cream cheese, and then but I think I'm gonna ice it in the morning. So here is my cream cheese icing, and then I'm gonna put it on the cake in the morning. So there's my final product. I made it square. I just cut it square from the round cake. So thank you for watching.